Vivekachudamani, 388th verse. Swayam Brahma, Swayam Vishnuhu, Swayam Indraha, Swayam Shivaha, Swayam Vishwam Idam Sarvam, Swasmad Anyat Na Kinchana. The true reality is that there is only one principle, one divine principle, and you are not different from that principle. You are the same as that divine principle. So that means you are not this body, mind, etc. And whatever you see, all those things are wrong understandings of that same divine principle. And that is why, to emphasize this idea, to emphasize this truth, in various ways, here Shankaracharya is telling that everything is the same as you. There is no difference between you and other things. But here we have to understand one thing, is that many people say that this is Brahman, etc. But according to Advaita Vedanta, Swami Vivekananda also in one letter points out that there is only Brahman is. It's not that this is Brahman, this is Brahman. There is no difference in name and form. But because of ignorance, we see these things as different names and different forms. And so that is what is pointed out here. It's told Swayam Brahma. Brahma, the four-headed God who is in charge of creation. Swayam Vishnu. Vishnu, the God who is in charge of maintenance. Swayam Indraha, God of gods, who is the minister of gods. Swayam Shivaha, and Shiva who is in charge of destruction. Swayam Vishwamidam, whatever you see, the entire universe which is seen is all you. Sarvam, all this. Swasmat, apart from you, other than you. Anyat, nothing, na kinchana, exists. Nothing else exists apart from yourself. But here again, yourself does not mean your body and mind. Again, it is the same idea as told in the next verse. Antaha swayam cha api bahi swayam cha swayam purastat swayameva paschat swayam hi avachyam swayam api udichyam tatha uparishtat swayam api adhastat. Anta swayam, inside also, within, self is there. Bahi swayam, without, outside, also self is there. Swayam purastat, and self is there in front, and swayameva paschat, also in the behind, behind self is there. Swayam hi avachyam, and self is there in the south and in the north. Udichyam, and tatha uparishtat, and also above and also below. So self is there everywhere. This is an idea to, just an indication to say that the whole thing is just self, Brahman. Then again there is this next verse which says, Taranga fena Brahma Budadi Sarvam Swarupena Jalam Yatha Tatha Chideva Dehadi Ahamantametat Sarvam Chidevaika Rasam Vishuddham. So Taranga Fena. Taranga means wave. Fena means foam. Brahma means whirlpool. Budbudadi, bubble. And all these things. Sarvam Swarupena Jalam. They are all in their essence water. They are all water. in different forms. Wave, foam, whirlpool, bubble, everything is water. Chideva, similarly, yatha, like that, tatha, similarly, chideva dehadi aham antametat. It is chit, knowledge absolute, which has become deha adi, body, etc. Etc. means body, mind, prana, etc. etc. Ahamantam etat, up to ego. So this is the consciousness which has become like this. That means because of wrongly understanding consciousness, you have this idea that body is there, mind is there, etc. But it is actually, everything is verily chit. Everything is chit. Sarvam chideva aikarasam. It is all homogeneous. Homogeneous. And vishuddham, and pure. And pure. So there are two kinds of transformations. One is a transformation in name. Another one is a transformation in form. In the transformation of form, there are two kinds of transformation. One is not so deep transformation. Another one is a very deep transformation. For example, you take milk. Milk, if you set it properly, it is turned into curd. Now that is a transformation. Milk becoming curd. But does curd have milk? It has milk. It has milk. But then nobody will call curd as milk. But it is a transformation. Without milk, there will be no curd. There is another transformation. This is background music. Necessary nowadays. Without background, yesterday I was telling you some background music. Thankfully that is provided free of cost. So, otherwise you have to give money, no? Background music. A.R. Rahman, Ilayaraja and all. So music director is unable to control the music. So, yesterday someone was asking that when I meditate, mobile phone rings. So what to do? So I forgot to tell one thing, that why do you keep on mobile phone when you meditate? Switch it off. Yes. So this milk becomes curd. That is one transformation. Milk, from milk we get butter. But butter also has milk. But nobody will again call butter as milk. But in milk, if you put mango and if you put it in mixie, mango shake. Mango shake. So mango shake will be called milk. It's a different form of milk, but milk. Or choco shake or whatever. Or if you put the growing boy or something, Complan, and mix, then that also is milk. Bonvita, Boost, etc., etc. And for children they give this baby food, Cerelac. That is also milk. Everything is milk. So that will be accepted as milk. Not so curd, lassi, etc. But if Indian tea, in Indian tea we put milk. That is why it is Indian tea. And Punjabi tea they put more milk and more sugar. So that is milk. And in Indian coffee also we put milk. We put milk everywhere. Anyway, so that also is milk. But nobody will call tea as milk. But that is a different transformation. So we have different kinds of transformation. Similarly in this world also. In this world also, we have different kinds of transformation. Till a person is living, that person is he or she. He or she, and now he or she. But how is a transgender called?
Third gender.
No, but that he or she, that pronoun. Them. Anyway, so whatever it is, he or she, etc. But a person dies immediately without losing any moment. From he or she, they become it. I call it a pronoun displacement. So they become it. So they will say, Kokon tulbe? Body ta. When will they take up the body? Suddenly, even the son or the wife, everyone will say, even people who truly love that person or love the person, they will say, when will they take it? So you see, suddenly you have become it. So that is another kind of transformation. Even within your ignorance, this whole universe is ignorance. But even within this ignorance, there are different kinds of ignorances. That is like optical illusion within illusion. You see a person and you feel that that person is everything for you. That is an illusion. Because this whole world is an illusion. And nobody is for anybody. Everybody is in, as we say in Bengali, dhanda. Some ulterior motive is there. Excuse me. No, okay. Now you can go like this also. People are going squeezing and all that. I am only afraid the wall should not break. Like that you can go. Straight path. See, straight path is what we should follow. Gita also says, Arjavam. You go like this, suppose wall breaks down. You see, something happens to you, we are not so bothered. Wall, costly. So, this is the thing. So everything is made out of milk. But then, because of different names and different forms and different kinds of transformation, we have different things about that, different definitions. Similarly, everything made out of water, taranga, wave. We don't call wave water. Then fena, this is foam. And brahma, whirlpool. So, budbuda, bubble, etc. But everything is similarly, this body, this mind. Now, we all can think of living beings as conscious. But this table is also consciousness. Because there is nothing apart from consciousness. So, this is also consciousness. This is our wrong understanding that we think this is unconscious. There is nothing inert in this world. A rock, mud, everything is conscious. Only thing is, manifestation is less. Why? Not because of the table or something, because of our wrong understanding. Because a person who knows God, if that person, she or he were to come into this room, then that person will not see anything apart from consciousness. We had one Swami, Vice President, Swami Nirvanananda ji. So he was given one footmat which had the pictures of two birds. So he could never keep his feet on that footmat. He will say, shoo, shoo. He used to think that birds are alive, living. And so they put a TV on in his room. And whenever somebody will come and they will say namaste something, so he will also say namaste. He will ensure that he is dressed properly and will say namaste. So he could not see anything in two dimensions. Everything was 3D for him. So it is good, no? He could have gone to 3D movies without spectacle. He could have seen 3D movies. But anyway, the idea is for him, everything was conscious. Everything was conscious. And people were really afraid to meet him. Now you may think, oh Maharaj, is there anyone who has realized God? Or Maharaj, is there anyone who is Brahmagyani? So it is good that you don't find such people quite often. Or rather, maybe most of you have not even seen one person in your whole life. That is good. Why? Because I am giving this example. This Swami Nirvanananda ji, people were afraid to even meet him. Why? Because he was a Brahmagyani. He could see everyone like a glass container. He could see everyone through and through. And he was established in truth. So he was not afraid, nothing. So suddenly he would tell something about someone which mostly was very damaging. So people are afraid, Baba ki bole debe dorkas nahi. So see, it's better not to go close to realized people. We say Swamiji was not there. Oh, Swami, if had Swamiji been there, none of you would have been here. It is very difficult to understand and also to digest great people, because for them truth is everything, truth and straightforwardness, and all of you nothing but truth and nothing but straightforwardness. You may be devotees and all that, but that is the fact. If suppose you don't like a person, how many of you have the honesty, I would not call it courage, honesty to tell it to that person's face? You cannot. You will bear it and Baba ki darkar, Maharaj, log idhar kosto dite nahi. That is not why you are not saying, because you are afraid what will happen to you, what is the consequence. So arjavam, straightforwardness and truthfulness. It is not just like that. It's for nothing, not for nothing that Sri Ramakrishna said, truthfulness is the tapasya of this age, Kali Yuga. So if you practice truthfulness, all other things fall into place. How many people practice truthfulness? So it is difficult to even mix with me, because many people, they mix, they try to talk and all that. Then when it is joke and conversation, okay. Then when they start to interact on a deeper level, then they understand it is difficult and then they stop. Why? Because truthfulness and lies have a way of being found out. So suppose you are lying, everyone can understand that. And once you are lying, then I would say, why are you lying? And then people are uncomfortable. So you see, this is what happens. So it is all good from the outside. But if you really want to, that is why we have this saying that near a lamp, there is always darkness. It's not just saying, even physically, when there is a lamp near it, in that circumference, it will be dark. So people who are close to great people, I have seen, they are all fools. There is a fool, means in the Hindi sense of the term, flower, and around surrounding it are all fools in the English sense of the term. So like that. So everything is consciousness, but because of wrong reading of that consciousness, we are unable to understand, and we think that to be body or ego. Sadeva idam sarvam jagat avagatam vang manasayoho satah anyat na asti eva prakriti parasimni stitavatah prithak kim mrisnayaha kalasha ghatak kumbadi avagatam vadati esha bhrantah tvam ahamiti maya madiraya. So it is what? Madira, wine. They say wine is nothing but juice, fruit juice, Fale Rose. Is it not? Wine is nothing but fruit juice. But it all depends on time. Everything in this world of illusion, is dependent on time and causation and space. If a person occupies the space of one chair, one ticket. If the person occupies space of two chairs, two tickets. They don't charge, I don't think so. But if you go to Kedarnath, if a person occupies two tickets, means if a person is fat, they charge two tickets. Yes. So fat, Oh my God, they also change. I know if you go to Kedarnath by helicopter, they will weigh you, and if you are more than 80 kgs, then they will actually charge, because there is a capacity, payload for that helicopter. They cannot take more than that. So anyway, so if the same grape juice is drunk immediately, it is grape juice. If it is drunk after 6 months, it is wine. And afterwards it becomes more and more refined wine. The cost of the wine increases. Okay, so this world is also like that. Any illusion is like that. If you have a doubt, if you have an illusion, say for one day or for few minutes, and somebody comes and corrects it, that is not a deep-seated illusion. It does not create much problem. But if you have that illusion for a long time, suppose you are believing in a person for say 10 years, 15 years, and then the person cheats you, then the shock you get, the trauma is much more stronger. You get more affected by that trauma. Why? Because you had believed in that person for such a long time. So just like wine, this Maya also has its effect more as time passes. Because you are getting engrossed in that Maya. And that is what we call sanskara. Means whatever you are doing, it has an impression on your mind. And it is again and again and again if you do it, then so if you eat jalebi for the first time, nothing will happen. And if you are not going to eat jalebi again in your lifetime, nothing will happen. But every time you eat jalebi, say third time or fourth time when you see jalebi, you will already start salivating. Means you will feel, oh, jalebi is wonderful. And then when you eat that jalebi and it is not sweet, then you will say, oh, he does not know or she does not know how to make jalebis. So this Maya Madira, what is Maya? This Swamiji has given a wonderful definition of Maya. But people don't understand. They will say Maya is ignorance. Maya is not ignorance. Maya is not ignorance. Because of ignorance, Maya is created. Maya is not ignorance. Also, Maya is not illusion. What is Maya? Maya is a statement of facts. So, going back to our classical example of rope and snake, where there is no snake, rope is there, and you mistake this rope to be snake. When that happens, when you mistake that rope to be snake, at that point of time, the snake is real. And at that point of time, your palpitation, you are sweating, you are trying to drive away that snake, all those things are actually happening. That is Maya. That is the statement of fact. You are sweating, you cannot deny it. In this world you suffer, that is Maya. Because you think that this world is real, so you suffer, that is Maya. You fall in love. You see, they always say, no, I told you earlier also, I think. They say fall in love. They don't say rise in love. So you should get some, even our language is giving us some hints. Falling in love. There was this of course most of you would have heard this joke. There was this very intelligent person and he was walking like this. A woman was sitting in a park and he was walking like this and he went nearer and just fell down. And then got up and again walked up and then again came and fell down. So he was doing like that 2-3 times. This woman got curious. She said, what are you doing? I'm falling in love with you. So like that, falling in love. So this falling in love, getting angry, getting jealous, all this is Maya. So here the Guru says, Shankaracharya, in Shankaracharya's language, he is saying that the Guru says, Sad eva idam. This whole world, this whole universe, Sarvam, all this universe, whatever we see, is Sad eva. This is nothing but Sad, means that which exists every time. What exists every time? The divine principle, the ultimate reality, that is Brahman. Jagat, Sarvam Jagat. Do you know what is the meaning of the word Jagat?
The universe.
That is the meaning. So the word, the true meaning of the word Jagat means which moves. The true meaning of the word samsara means which moves, which changes, which moves. Jagat. So that's why it's called Jagat. So this Jagat, whatever you see in this world is transitory, ephemeral, impermanent, temporary. And so whatever you see is in reality Brahman. Avagatam vang manasayoho. And whatever you know, you say, I have studied this or you have known this through vang manasayoho, through speech and mind. So mind actually uses all the sense organs to know things. Here what happens? There is a knower, there is something which is known, and the process is called knowledge. Jnata, Jnaya. Jnata is the knower, and Jnaya is the thing which is known. And the whole process is called Jnana, knowledge. And that happens when you have something external. You use your sense organs and the mind to see something. That is why it is called Paroksha Jnana. That means knowledge which is attained by Para Aksha, external eyes. That means the sense organs can be treated as eyes. You are using these external sense organs. Whereas the knowledge of self or Atman or Brahman is called Aparoksha Jnana or Aparoksha Anubhuti. What does it mean? Where you don't have any medium, of sense organs or mind. Mind is to be killed to attain this knowledge. That is called Aparoksha Jnana. So that is why it is called immediate perception, without any mediation, without any blocking of mind or sense organs. So whatever we see through our sense organs is temporary. If you can see something, it is unreal. Contrary to the common sense approach, in common sense what we will say, it is real. Why? Because I can see it, so it is real. But in reality, whatever you can see is unreal. Because if you can see means you can see it through the eyes, etc., then it has no reality. It is an illusion. So all these things. So what is the litmus test or thumb rule? Test to know whether something is real or unreal. If you can see it, it is unreal. If your mind can experience something, it is unreal. And so some texts will say, like the Mandukya Upanishad, on the Mandukya Upanishad there is a Karika by Gaudapada. It will say, there Gaudapada will say that anything that exists is unreal. Why? How do you know that something exists? By seeing. And that is unreal. So all of you are unreal. If you say, I am real, I have voter ID. Because you have voter ID, you are unreal. Because you have a voter ID, Aadhaar card or passport, whatever, you are unreal. So all this Vang Manasayoho, speech and mind, whatever you know through that Avagatam, everything is false. Satah Anyat Na Asti Eva. And there is nothing apart from Sat. Satah Anyat Na Asti Eva. Indeed, there is nothing apart from the ultimate reality. And Prakriti Parasimni Stitavatah. And where is this Brahman? It is beyond Parasimni, the outermost boundary of Prakriti. Prakriti means whatever you see, created. So it is beyond the outside boundary of Prakriti. That means it is beyond the reach of body and mind and the senses. You cannot reach that. Upanishad says, Na tatra vag gacchati. Their speech cannot reach, their mind cannot go, etc. Then, Prithak kim mrisnayaha kalasha ghata kumbadi. The question is asked, is kalasha, pitcher, ghata, jug, kumbha, jar, etc., are they different from mrit? Are they different from clay? This background music is better. We can opt for this. You see, it's like slowly it starts, no? Doctor's music it is. It is better. No, not sorry. Like we are, see, A.R. Rahman got for Slumdog Millionaire. You can get for this Oscar. Okay, so you see, this jug, jar, pitcher, all these, are they distinct from clay? Or they are same as clay? They are same as clay. They are not distinct from clay. Similarly, all this, whatever we see, is not different from consciousness. Means not one's consciousness, but the ultimate reality. And what does he say? Says, Vadati esha bhrantah tvam aham iti. It is because of delusion that you say you, I, etc. In Shankaracharya's commentary on the Brahma Sutras, the introduction to his commentary, which is called Adhyasa Bhashya, he begins that commentary, Asmad Yushmad, like that. So you see the kind of ideas we get, notions of I and you. These are notions of separateness, distinction. Like now the big controversy going on, Mocambo. Have you been to Mocambo?
Vocabulary restaurant. Yeah.
So one woman went inside with her driver and she was not allowed entrance. There's a big raging controversy. Some people say she is not telling the truth, and some people say, "Wow, how can
It
they?"
has happened very recently, like in the last 2-3 days.
Yeah,
When we were out of practice.
I'm always,
Yeah, you
recent.
were very much online.
But how does she know?
Yeah, I've read in the
She's
newspaper.
got connection, she's getting the
No,
feedback.
I've read in the newspaper while I was
Okay.
already in Calcutta.
It is not so old, I mean, so recent. It is sometime. Anyway, but then point is, that is really true. Because I have been asked many times in many places, after becoming monk, that is, I'm entering into I had some work when I was in Vrindavan. I had some work in Barakhamba Road with a mutual fund company. So I was going with one assistant also, with file and all that. And I think that person there was completely stupid, because okay, if a miscreant will go, he will not go with a file with an assistant and will not come down from a car and all that. Like Toyota Innova mein aa rahe hain. That will not happen. Anyway, he is asking me, where are you going? Why are you going? Then I had to call up that person, and that mutual fund official came down and took me up and all that. So this kind of stupid things happen. Last year, I was invited to speak in Globes in Management Business School, and then I went there. I was with all the people, means their directors, etc. They were taking me in, and the security fellow ran and he was trying to stop me from entering. But these people were there, and they stared at him. Actually, they own the place. It is Bikram Das Gupta's own building. And this is the condition. So somehow they feel that a sadhu is always a crackpot, and they don't want to allow. So this is there anyway. So I'm not surprised good that such things happen. So vadati esha bhrantah tvam ahamiti. It is because of delusion that you are saying that I, you and all. In reality nothing exists. And why is it happening? Maya Madiraya. You see, Shankaracharya also knew the effects of intoxication. What is the effect of intoxication? They popularly say that when spirit gets into you, you become spiritual and you start telling the truth. I don't know why they have narco test. Means absolutely useless. Don't you think so? Much cheaper without permission of magistrate. To conduct a narco test, you need a permission of a magistrate and all that. Not necessary. Just purchase in the local shop and give. All truth will come out. So, doctor is nodding. Yes, this is a good idea. So, anyway, vadati esha bhrantah tvam ahamiti. It is because of the intoxication of Maya, of the wine, liquor of Maya, that you say tvam aham iti, you, I, etc. But in reality, all these things don't exist. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.